not conceited though. They really are not very bright. What the hell is that beeping? Oh God. Tell me you hear that beeping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good God.
Yeah, I don't know what's from though.
Neither the fuck do I. Go through there thinking, God, I'm hearing things. What floor? On the fourth floor? Not exactly 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure I'll see my lawyer, I guess, if that's what you want to call her. I don't think she's my lawyer. I think she's their lawyer. That's why they gave her to you, so they can make me pay. No shit. I think all your defense attorneys are for us. They look like embarrassing. Sorry. I guess I understand why people think I'm nuts. You're here for court too, aren't you?
Huh?
You're here for court too?
Yeah.
On trial, you're the one, you're the defendant, right?
No.
I just assumed because you had tattoos all over your legs.
Oh, no. I'm actually a social worker.
I don't know, but I like that in tattoos.
I do, I like the butterfly.
They all have cancer ribbons on them. So.
One on top of your foot must have hurt like bad.
It wasn't too bad, actually. I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
Oh God, that's one that hurts most. Oh, I'm sorry. What time do y'all have court?
9:30.
That's the same time I have court. How's that possible?
No, I got full court.
How you doing? How you doing?
Planted along the back property line area, a line of little pine trees that grew up, and a lion came out and just topped them all. Yeah. They wouldn't come down, they just topped them. Yeah, which,
You know, I've been trying to get them to come cut down my trees from my power line for a long time. They said because it's my property, they can't touch my trees. I have to cut them myself.
But if they're impeding on their
It is.
well, they come out and trim the branches away from the lines.
No, they won't. They told me I had to.
Oh, really?
Really? I shit you not.
Wait till one falls down in an ice storm or something, then they'll come out.
You know, ask my mom. My pole is like 5 feet from my tree, and the tree branches touch the power line.
Pull in your yard, though?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then they say it's my pole, and they won't replace it either.
Yeah.
I didn't put that pole there.
They're awful finicky because they don't
You
want
know, you can get like $200 per tree that they touch without your permission. I think it's 200. That's what the government was going to pay when they were trying to build a highway throughout. They're going to try to take part of my property to build a 4-lane highway, and they were going to give me so much money for each tree they had to tear down.
See, they'd have to give Hutchinson a whole bunch of money because
Hutch
he's
is
so,
not going to move, and Hutch ain't going to do it, neither am I. I'm against it too. How did you know that Hutchinson was my neighbor? How do you know where I live? Are you stalking?
I have your address in the computer.
No, you all have the wrong address. The address y'all have is across the highway, down a ways. I actually live on the other side of the highway, up.
I live just down from Hibbins Farm.
It's fine.
This is the one with the silos, just a big gravel road.
No, I live right off the highway.
Yeah.
There's a silo. I live right across the gravel road from Hutch. This is right here in the corner. My mailbox right there. My property's right here. With the Jeep.
For the last 4 years, I worked with Tommy.
Oh.
That's how I know how we live.
How are you, Mary? I'm good.
Okay, well, you had some rough times and there'll be some rough times to come.
I got lupus. I got some shit ton of rough times coming.
I know, I'm really sorry about that. That's a bad thing to have. I'm sorry. Oh, and you had great.
I'm seeing chunk in the shower. It's like, fuck. Sorry. I don't agree with you, but I'll believe that aside.
When you get to be my age and it's gray, you'll want to get rid of it.
I won't get it. Oh, that's not the area. I don't have it. It falls out. You know, weird pattern whenever I have a leaf square. I'm a leaf square right now. When I'm all swollen.
I'm gonna take a peek inside and see what's going on.
No, they're kind of behind on. They're still doing initials.
I do because I'm going to help with. Well, it's a paper. But let's read the call first. Oh, that's good. You ever get that feeling down your stomach that you just want to go head first? You want to make a call first? Or you want to go?
It's about a case, so it's not like I'm, following my hairdresser or something. Speaking
I
of
found
hair.
something really interesting. I'm not going to believe this. I mean, I know you're not going to believe this, but I have all the proof here.
Hold on, just so we're clear. Remember?
This is all connected.
Okay, hold on. I think I might have some good news.
Correct?
So I had filed this, I don't know if you saw this.
Nope. Not that one.
Okay, so this is, I'll give you this. Okay, I filed this before our last court date. Let me just give you the brief synopsis of what it says. It basically says, look, I don't have a file anymore, but now when I look back, I realize that I, Mary Cowdery, made a boo-boo. I used this case number, and because you had pled guilty to a charge, and I used this ticket number, which I shouldn't have. It was my mistake, okay? What then happened is the clerk of courts...
Are you responsible for the double charges too?
Well, hold on just a second. We'll get to that in just a minute. I don't know about double, but the bottom line...
No, I mean, there's actually a double charge I can show you.
Okay, so hold on just a second.
And then
What-
the judge pled me guilty when I wasn't even there.
Okay, so what happened is this case just sat for a while. It just sat, okay? It literally sat until they have some kind of a tickler system within the clerk of courts, and when a case is open so long without any activity, somehow, I don't know how, but somehow they get a notice and it says this case has been open all this time. And it actually happens to cases that are actually, people are working on them. Like if I filed a divorce for someone, I don't do that kind of work, but if I filed a divorce for someone and for whatever reason it just kind of, we were negotiating and trying to get something done, but we really weren't doing anything, there would be a notice that was sent out to the parties, hey, this case is still open, what's going on with it? And we'd have to take some kind of action, like we're still negotiating or something like that. So it's not just these kinds of tickets. I'm getting to the point here. So what happened is when that notice was generated, it just kind of resulted in these court costs, okay? On this ticket that you never did plead guilty to. It was supposed to be, hold on. It was supposed to be dismissed at your costs. Okay, that's what I think that the agreement was, but it really wasn't clear. And like I said, I made a mistake and filed our written guilty plea under the wrong case. So, hold on, don't, because this is basically correcting that. What I'm asking the judge to do on this case, it's my mistake. What I'm saying is, let's let us correct the record. Let's give you back the court costs that you have been assessed, which I believe would be $60, but I could be wrong about that.
I paid almost over $10,000 in the last 7 years.
That, I knew you, I'm not doubting that, but on this, I can only deal with one,
I know.
so hold
I'm
on.
confused on which case you're talking about here, because the one I'm thinking of, I don't think you had nothing to do with it because you weren't a lawyer on it.
That could be, but this one is one that's up to day 2, so there may be 2, and I did represent, and I just basically said, it's my fault, because I had put the wrong, this case number, and it was wrong, and so I'm saying, what I say here is, it doesn't seem, it seems fair to not assess court costs at this late date, which was, I don't know, within the last few months, for what appears to be confusion caused by the counsel, that's me, original error. And I think the judge is gonna buy this. I think, at least on this particular ticket, you have been assessed $60, and I think you're gonna get that money, I don't wanna say back, but I believe you're gonna be exonerated, okay?
What's that case number?
It starts with STA.
0025?
28A35.
0025490. This is the one that I am.
Okay, so that one is not necessarily, I don't say anything about that because I don't know much about that, but hold on.
I don't think that's the one I don't think that's the reason I'm supposed to be here. I think this.
Well, there's 2 cases up because I got notified about this particular case because you've got, and the thing is, you had a lot of stuff pending back then, okay? You had a lot of stuff. I was involved in some. I wasn't involved in all of your cases, but I remember you specifically. Who could forget the fantastic Shelby City, okay?
I think all the stuff that you did, I pled guilty out to, and I signed it in your office.
You did, but when you signed it in my office, Shelby, there was a major ticket that I was involved in, and then there was this minor traffic ticket, okay? And what I did is, instead of letting the county attorney amend the big charge down to just a no license, I just used this thing, because I just had this ticket number in my file. I was representing you on both of these. So you may be right about something else on there, but I'm just saying, I believe you're gonna get a victory. Because I did represent you, and I did make a mistake, and I caused the confusion originally. And I apologize,
Originally, this caused the confusion. This is the whole reason I got pulled over and charged with driving while suspended. This one right here.
okay.
It started it all, and it started a vicious cycle that kept repeating and repeating and repeating, because
And
that was part of it, but that was at the end.
okay, and I'm just telling you, you're getting a victory on this one. And my hope is that you're gonna get a victory on everything.
I had to, because the judge signed a paper stating that I was in court, in custody, on September 21st, and I pled guilty to that on September 21st. My court date for that wasn't until the 22nd. I was bailed out of jail on the 20th, and my court date wasn't until the 22nd. The jail paperwork shows it. The bail bondsman paperwork shows it. Why on earth would I show up to court a day early, in custody, mind you, and plead guilty to this? And a judge signed it, and I showed up in custody and pled guilty to it? Ha, she's full of shit.
Okay.
My court date wasn't until the 22nd. And this charge right here was in 2011. And when I paid all my fines off in May 4th, 2012, all my fines were paid. They filed a protective court for non-payment of fines the day after all my fines were paid. And that $32.15 charge that they put on me is how they suspended my license after that. And that's what started all the DUS charges and everything else. That $32.15 fee that I should have never gotten because they never should have been able to file contempt of court.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
That means that knocks out all the driving while bars that I've gotten after 2011. That knocks them all out. All of them. Gone.
Bottom line is, I'm telling you right now, I was.
That one's a victory.
Yeah, it's a victory.
I don't think. I mean, sorry.
It's good. It's good. We'll take a victory. You know what? I got pounded yesterday in court.
Why?
Oh, well, because I might actually end up winning, but it wasn't a pretty day for me. And I'm gonna get pound, I got some hearings on Monday and Tuesday. I'm gonna lose all of them.
Why?
Well, because they're paroles. People in prison.
That's another thing, I should never get put on probation either.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a lot, there actually is a lot of things that are wrong. Have you read any things that I've written on the files?
I have seen a little bit, but not everything, okay?
There's a lot of mistakes.
I know.
I don't think you did it either, I'm pretty sure you got nothing to do with it.
This was my mistake, and
Okay.
I
I don't even know which one that one is.
Yeah, it was, but you can have that in
Okay.
your record, just so you know that I'm gonna go over here.
AGRA.
That was one, I represented you in 2 driving while bonds, I think.
Right here, though, I don't think this was my problem. Oh, I know which this one was now. By the way, I paid $397 on that charge.
Oh, Shelby, I remember. Hi, Travis. This is Mary Cowdery from the Public Defender's Office in Marshalltown. I need to speak to Josiah. He goes by either Rodriguez or Barker sometimes, so that young man. Okay. I want this to be the last time that you come to court. Because
That charge one you're talking about right here. That's the double charge one. Right here. That's the double charge. We're charged twice for the same thing. Twice for the same thing.
but that's a victory then, right?
That's a lot of money. I was charged twice for the same thing. Now I know. This fired my last talk to because she's stupid and incompetent. And I have been sick since December, and they keep putting me on steroids, and the more steroids I take, the sicker I get.
Hello? Hello? Yes. Sure. Take your time.
I just figured it out, yeah. Double charge one. I got all the proof right here. Although she's trying to say it's her mistake. 2 charges are not her mistake. She had nothing to do with being charged twice. I think they're commuting. I think commuting is happening. I'm focused on the whole reason all this started. I don't want a small victory. I'm gonna pick the battles. I want to win more. The whole fucking reason all of this started is from 2011 when they gave me a contempt of court filing for non-payment of fines the day after I paid them, and that $32.15 charge that they were able to suspend my license and start the vicious cycle. That is the whole reason all the driving while bars, all the driving while suspendeds I got. Cut them off for something I shouldn't have never gotten. That's what I'm here. That's what I want to solve.
And what does she want to solve?
The fact that there was a mistake made and some things were filed on the wrong stuff, and that I should get my court case. I should get my court charges put back in. She said, I don't know how much that is. It's $60 and I said, I mean, that's not how much it costed me. I said, and then I said, I don't even know which ticket that one's for, the one you're talking about. And then I had to look through this shit and find out and realize, wait a minute, that's not my phone. If they're gonna volume, I get too hot. What?
Is that yours?
No,
Okay.
I'm just double checking it to make sure the volume's off. It was mine. I know, I thought I did in the car, I swear to God. It's on silent now, definitely.
Always have to have something for me to give you a bad time.
I'd rather have that bad of a time. I know.
Well, I hope to God I'm not here that long.
Mom, we're here so I can get all my money back.
You hope.
There's no arguing with it. Facts are the facts.
But I thought that wasn't what she was doing.
That may not be what she realizes she's looking for, but it all goes back to it. It all goes back to that one thing. And over the last 7 years, it's over $10,000. That have never happened in the first place. Yeah. Everything, Mom. Everything. Everything. What?
Shelley Umbaugh, Shelley Umbaugh, Shelley Umbaugh.
All information is basically from counsel's memory. Paper files have been destroyed. The wave office file management system. And it was counsel's client some years ago in several cases, including along with another serious misdemeanor and another aggravated misdemeanor and some traffic tickets. One, I never had a traffic ticket. Comprehensive plea agreement was reached, including all these cases. The plea agreement allowed the defendant to pay off for extending court debts and obtaining a license or permit. The defendant was able to pay off a substantial amount of money to the court, which then prompted the state to amend the driving while barred to an expired license. That's not true. That wasn't the thing. If I pled guilty to the fucking theft charge, they were gonna drop the shit. Counsel submitted a written plea of guilty to the court with the wrong number on the caption. The caption at the top of the written plea agreement was some sort of companion ticket, but not an expired license ticket. Well, no shit. The companion ticket is the double charge, dummy. That's what the companion ticket. No, it's being charged twice for the same offense. That's what it is, not a companion ticket. However, apparently the NTA ticket was just left hanging unattended in the judicial database till some time later. No, it wasn't until some time later. It was until I wrote a letter to the goddamn. Who wrote this? My lawyer. It appears that was brought to court today. Counsel detailed the conversation and explained all the parameters of the plea agreement at the time. She has no recollection of the full combination. Counsel, she wasn't even the one who finished this deal. Counsel apologized belatedly for causing a misunderstanding and confusion over this matter because the court costs for the NTA ticket were never assessed to the defendant. They were assessed to me. I've already paid them. I've already paid them. Mom, I've already paid them.
Did you tell her that?
She kept going. Everything else now she paid. I don't think that she's interested in hearing what I have to say or hearing what I'm thinking. She wasn't the one who followed this through the end either. My probation officer is the one who saw this to the end. for days. And it wasn't no companion charges, or if I paid the court costs, I did get a lesser deal. It was, if I pled guilty that got him charged with one thing I did not do, they would drop all the other charges, and I would not have to pay court costs, only I'd have to pay the restitution. And I think she's confused because she's not the one who got to the end. I had 3 different attorneys on this case. Her, Thomas Hillers, and Jenny Wilson. That's the reason the DA has to take all the other lawyers off the field. Oh my God. Mom. That's the reason. That's the reason he wanted all the attorneys off the case. Or off the database so we didn't put any files on this. That's the reason he was coming in first. I gotta find it. I seen it at my house. That's what I'm saying.
You know?
The reason he wanted the other attorney taken off because she wasn't the one who saw it at the end. Because she don't know what happened. Not crazy now, you see it all falling together? That's the reason he wanted all the other attorneys taken off the fucking shit. Because she's not the one who saw it. She had. She was the very first attorney I had on the cases. And it went to Thomas Taylor. And it went to Taylor before. And then right today, my probation officer and I finished it. How did she make it this? She didn't have it until the end. And she's right, I could have a lot of things pending. I could have a health wash pending. So she's not the lawyer I had in the end. So she's another deal.
Shelby, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just disgusted. No, you. I like you. You know that.
I like you.
I like him and the other officer. I do. They're nice people. I haven't seen that other one. The one who told me he wasn't allowed to go to the block. I haven't seen him since that day. I don't think I'll ever see him again. We saw him in the courthouse. I need to file a motion. I need to file a motion
For what?
stating that she had no idea what to deal with because she wasn't sure to stop me. He was like, she did what she said. And I was like, she didn't listen. How the fuck would you know that? Reduced if I paid. No. But what you want, church. And that was it. Pacify me. Let it go. I need a sheet of paper. I need some lined paper. I need a pen. Give me a pen, Mother.
No, the barn get one.
I need a pen.
You want me to go to the barn get one?
No, I need a pen. Want to borrow a pen? I'll bring it right back. Thank you.
Right, so I can read it. Yeah, go ahead and put it on my nose.
I don't like it when you do front and back.
No, go check that.
Yes, we can read everything on it. That's
Oh,
what we need.
for the court case that they're late for right now. For the judge for the case that was supposed to be tried at 9:30.
Okay. All right.
The filing in the judge. Basically, it said that there was that Mary didn't see this particular George Ellen, so she would know the arrangement was or Cleveland was or what the deal was. And that the best person to do the one who initiated the agreement with Jenny was more. Jenny Wilson more. And the whole thing was everything else that was pending was to be dropped if I pled guilty to that charge.
Is that what you wrote on there?
Yeah. Because everything else was supposed to be dropped if I pled guilty to that charge that I did not commit. And the reason for me not having to pay court costs or any of the charges incurred for that plea agreement besides the restitution was because there was no way I was going to plead guilty to a charge I didn't do a crime I did not commit. And that's how the deal of a lifetime came about. To try to get all those issues resolved so he didn't have to revoke my probation. That's what it was. He didn't have to revoke my probation. He was trying to get me because I incurred 2 more driving offenses while I was on probation with him. And if I would have been found guilty, then he would have had to revoke my probation. That's what started the whole thing, was like getting involved. Because he didn't want to have to revoke me. And I was stubborn and dead set that I wasn't paying any. I was too, Mom. And I said, if I have to plead guilty to that crime, I'm not paying that. And they said that I couldn't get out of not paying restitution.
And they set the restitution so high that
They did. They said the restitution was goddamn high. It was ridiculous. 46 inch flat screen TV only cost $46. And then him trying to claim that it was a fucking smart TV when they didn't even make smart TVs. And then saying I stole VHS tapes and charging me $5 per 20 or so tapes I charged. Or what was it? I ended up having to pay $100 in restitution for stolen VHS tapes. Yeah. Yeah.
why would you want VHS with
He said,
DVD?
yeah, exactly. How the hell do you claim a TV's smart if they didn't come out with smart TVs until a year and a half, 2 years later? $44 minutes?
So when are you gonna go to court?
I don't know. I don't know what they said they were gonna. What? Come on, Mother, they're ready for me. That was you, right? I don't know. I still wore one of them. Yeah.
How sweet. Is your mom with you?
Oh,
appears in person along with first term and recovery. These cases are ISIS case number 02641 NTA 0060792 and 02641 I believe that these matters are all here on EC's motion, so it's Kyrie, you want to start?
Well, I will start if it please the court and the please counsel. I did represent Ms. C. Back some time ago, and I had a chance to talk to her here today before we came into court, and I acknowledged to her that I had made an error when we worked out a comprehensive plea agreement. And my error was that I used this NTA number that we are here in court on. Because the plea agreement had been to plead to a non-movie violation, so she could get her license back, which she did, and I think we all give her a round of applause for that, because it's hard to do in the state of Iowa sometimes. But I mistakenly used that NTA number as opposed to waiting for the state to amend the major charge down, and I went on ahead and filed that. Somebody caught my error, and that ticket lay, I guess, kind of silent for a while, and then we I feel like it's really my responsibility. I told Ms. C today that really this is my responsibility. I think it's just getting clear to the cost on that particular ticket, that NTA is my error, and so that's
All right. So, Ms. C, do you understand that the state has now acquiesced and you do not have to pay the court costs in NTA 0028835? So that request that you made that you not have to pay those court costs, you now won. So the state will pay those costs, okay?
I want my money back from all the costs I had to pay. From all the fines I did pay. Already. That I shouldn't have.
Well, as far as I know, the only thing before me on that is this particular set of court costs on this particular case that had been dismissed, and Judge Riley had said the court costs would be assessed to you, and that's arising after that.
That's like
There was the other charges filed in this case.
So how do I get the money back if the court costs aren't assessed to me anymore and I've already paid them?
You can talk to the clerk's office.
And they'll give me my money back? There's like $2,000 worth of court costs here we're talking about that I've already paid. Because of the plea agreement.
We're only talking about $60 in court costs. It was the one charge that was dismissed, and Judge Riley had ordered you to pay $60 in court costs. And
That was part of the plea
No, I don't even know she ever paid that $60 on that court cost on that, because it doesn't close January this year.
I think we might be
You
confused on
should
which
talk
case
to
I'm
the
here for.
clerk's office to find out whether
Is this the one that was worked into the big plea agreement? The big plea agreement with the pleading guilty to the theft charge, right? And all these charges would be dropped?
well,
Is this the one that I was double charged for? Where I have the two charges right here for it for the same instance that are, with the court case number that's in reference to that one. The 0028835. I was charged twice. I got paperwork right here that shows you I was charged twice and prosecuted twice for that same charge.
looking on the court docket, on May 14th of 2012, you were charged with driving while revoked. On March 12th of 2013, you
On May 12th, right? It's on May 12th, right? There's 2 charges here for driving on May 12th, same time, same date, same everything. Now it's prosecuted twice for them. There's 2 charges here from the police department. These are the initial citations that I was pulled over and given at the time. On May 12th, there's 2 of them. And there's 2 different course gate numbers, which means I was charged, and I ran through twice. 2 different sets of court dates, 2 different sets of fees, 2 different sets of tickets. That's what I'm talking about here. And all of these are because of the court's mistake in 2011 when they charged me with a contempt of court for $32.15. The day after I paid my fines, they filed a contempt of court charging me $32.15, and that's what they suspended my license for in the first place. And that's why we're here with all these driving tickets, because the court's made a mistake and filed a contempt of court for non-payment of fines. The day after I paid everything, the day after I paid almost $4,000, they filed a contempt of court for non-payment of fines, and they charged me $32.15 for serving me with that contempt of court. And that's what started the vicious cycle of getting my license suspended in the first place. And that's why we're here. We're here, that's why I thought I was here. Over the $10,000 I've spent in the last 7 years paying for something I should have never had in the first place. I'm here in the interest of justice. I should have never had these in the first place, because I never should have had that $32.15 charge assessed to me. And this one that I just got on February 23rd, the driving while suspended charge I just got, guess what? It was the suspension, the reason that my license was suspended for that specific thing is going back to that $32.15 from 2011 that I should have never been charged with. That's why my license was suspended in February of 2018 for something that I should have never gotten charged with. I should have never had to pay. Should have never been on my file. My license should have never been suspended. That vicious cycle should have never happened. And then I should have never had to plead guilty to a crime I did not commit as a deal of a lifetime to get all the other charges dropped, which now seem to have not been dropped, and now seem I have been paying for them. But why else have I been paying over $10,000 in the last 7 years then? Had to be paying it on something. And I have all the evidence and the proof of all that, as well as the court paper where a judge signed saying I appeared in custody the day after I was arrested when I said I pled guilty to a charge, which I didn't, because I got bailed out the day before and my court date wasn't until the 22nd. Yes, she said I appeared in custody on the 21st and pled guilty, which I didn't. All of this is connected. All of this goes right back to the DUS charge and the $32.15 I should have never been charged with. That's a vicious cycle. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for justice on that. That should have never happened to me. I never should have had to go through any of that. I never should have had to get my license suspended. I should have never had my license suspended in the first place. That's what I'm talking about.
I understand your frustration with everything that's been going on.
Because mistakes were made by people in this courthouse.
I am not here for what happened in 2011 and forward. I am here only for the court costs that were assessed to you in February 2018, $60 on that charge that had been dismissed. All right. Mr. Sheets, is there something else that you want to say about that?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Calgary, is there something you want to say about that?
No, Your Honor.
That makes no sense, then why am I here?
The other matter that we're here for is this NTA 0060792. The state had moved to dismiss that charge and file a resistance to that.
Because if that charge doesn't get dismissed, I get to bring up all these other DUSs and the whole thing pertaining to it. And because of Iowa Rule 17A, I get to bring up all of the charges I've been charged with. And that also, because the only reason my license was suspended, like I said, was that $32.15. If that crime isn't dismissed and dropped, then I get to bring up all of this and get relief for everything I paid when I shouldn't have had that in the first place. Therefore, that charge should have never happened in the first place, because that's what 17A.9 or 17.9.a, something like that, some rule like that. I had it written down on one of the things I filed.
Ma'am, do you understand that it is dismissed and you don't have that on your record?
I understand that if it's not dismissed, I can get all the other previous ones that I have had and that have already been dealt with, stricken and taken back and getting my money back for it, because I can get relief based on the fact that I never should have had them in the first place.
I suggest you talk to Ms. Calgary about that, because I think you may be mistaken.
If you give me one moment, I'll tell you the Iowa code of law. I'll tell you the rule. Give me one moment to get it. No, I'm talking about 17. I'm talking about something else. You have to have a current court case, current criminal charge, in connection with it. 17.a, a waiver of variance and requirement of rule of law and request for, hold on, that's wrong one. I can ask for relief. I can ask for relief on something right here. I can ask for relief on something, hold on. 17A.19, this follows as a written request for relief and damages suffered. If this current court case proceeding is dismissed, I can't do that because it's not a current criminal charge that's pertaining to it. Because it is a current criminal charge, and because this is the whole reason why I have it, which according to the DOT right here is the whole reason why I have this charge, Iowa Code 2018 Rule 17A.19, written relief, a request for relief for damages suffered. That's how I can tie it all together. And that's what I thought I was here for, because I thought I made that perfectly clear in the things I filed.
And I don't believe that it was properly filed.
Oh, that's because the clerk of court wouldn't let me. I have that on recording too, that they would not let me properly file because they kept telling me I had to have, they kept asking me what the court case number was, and at the time, I didn't have the court case number yet because I did it right after I got the ticket. There was no court case number filing with it, so I didn't have one, and they kept telling me that they weren't going to file it, and I begged them out there in that room to tell me what my court case number was so I could properly file. And I even asked the bailiff guy, the cop guy that was there on duty that day to have them properly file it for me so that wouldn't happen, so where this in court wouldn't happen. Guess what? I have that all on video too, where I'm begging that officer to have them properly file it so it wouldn't get thrown out or it wouldn't get dismissed.
17A
That 19.
relates to the administrative procedure. You have to go through the administrative procedure,
Now, unless you have a current criminal,
and then review of the administrative proceeding.
it's right here.
I'll echo that.
Okay, fine.
That's the area we're actually talking about in the Code of Iowa. Yes, so that means, that's talking about an administrative agency. So, hold on just a second.
Okay.
Guess what an administrative agency is? That would be the Iowa Department of Transportation. So hold on.
I
think
went through legal aid to do all this and that.
Yeah,
That's-
and so my thought is that what you want to do, you can start there. And
See,
then
they told me
ask
because it was the clerk of court initiated all of it, because they first initiated, they initiated by sending the paperwork to the DOT. That DOT is not where I start at. I've talked to legal aid about this, and I talked to legal aid about all of this in 17A.19 because I have a current criminal proceeding that's pertaining to the whole thing. It's right here. The reason my license is suspended, the reason I got the charge on February 28th, right there. If it's pertaining to it, I can link it together. And that is what the legal aid, and that's why I wrote it verbatim, 17A.19, and I can request relief for damages suffered. And it all comes back to that $32 charge, the $32.50 charge that my license was suspended for.
I would encourage you to talk to Ms. Cowdery about getting her help in trying to figure out where to start with the Department of Transportation. As it relates today,
I just told you the Department of Transportation didn't initiate it, the clerk of court did. That's what and in Virginia, there was another case like this in Virginia, in West Virginia, just recently, in the last year and a half, where she tried to sue the Department of Transportation, and the judge threw the ruling out because the clerk of court initiated it and she sued the wrong person. Believe me, I've done my research on this. The clerk of court initiated it. The whole reason I got the ticket on February 23rd is because my license was suspended for that $32.15 contempt of court filing charge that I got the day after I paid all my fines, which means that contempt of court should never happen. That $32 has never been there, and none of this would have ever happened. And that's how I can link it.
Mr. Sheets, what's your position? You had moved to dismiss the case and it was dismissed. What's your position today?
The state has absolute power, the county attorney's office, to dismiss criminal prosecution on whatever basis it feels appropriate, and the defendant has no right to object to that at all. The objection, which is totally under the control of the driver, the key aspect, is that the driver controls the reason why the license is suspended, unpaid obligation.
Unpaid obligation, I shouldn't have.
Apparently, after the issuance of the ticket, small claims, or not,
You don't have jurisdiction.
private court proceeding under a DUS ticket is not the proper venue to claim a There may be a proper procedure, but it is not this forum, it is not this procedure, and the Administrative Procedures Act is not the right forum. The prior dismissal should stand as granted. Basic proceedings should be concluded.
It's not justice. This is not justice. And this court should be, according to Iowa law 17a.19, I can request relief for damages suffered during a current criminal case proceeding, which is exactly what I'm doing. And as far as I'm concerned, this is not justice. It is not. And this goes against the law. And I've told you what law it is. I mean, if you just type in the computer 17.a19, I think you will see where it says you can, in a current criminal proceeding, request relief from damages suffered. And that's what I was doing.
Well, I decided that I'm going to go in both cases with the state defendant and comical both cases. Then you can take whatever steps you think are appropriate. The administrative.
Why is there a law that says you can request relief during a criminal court case proceeding, yet obviously you're shutting it down?
Ma'am, there's no criminal case proceeding pending because it is already dismissed.
It was dismissed because I did not in any way give up my right to travel, and I did not in any way voluntarily go get a license. Because as far as I'm concerned, I've already given my license back to the DOT. And the reason I did that is so I could get here to the courthouse without having to worry and being threatened that my rights would be denied or deprived for traveling to the courthouse to file this stuff. That is why I went to DOT and I called them and I talked to them about it. And they immediately, without having me pay the reason they suspended my license, they immediately issued me one because they realized there was a mistake. They realized the court should have never prevented me from paying the initial fines that I need to pay to get my license back. And instead, they made me pay all these other fines before I could pay the ones that were suspending my license. This is not justice. What's going on in here today is not justice. And it's not going to be stood for, and you're not going to get away with it. Because I'm recording it right now, too, and it's live right now. This courthouse is not going to get away. Yeah, I've already got it recorded. It's on YouTube Live right now. You're not going to get away with it. It's not going to be gotten away with, and it's not justice. And this is supposed to be a house of justice. How is what happened to me justified?
Ma'am,
It's not.
here will be happening in 2011.
But it's all pertaining to the DUS charge I got, though. It's all.
I understand, but this is not.
Even the one that she was here for. Both the DUS charges I got today. This is all pertaining. This is the reason my license was suspended. This is the reason I got the charges. That was the reason that I never should have had in the first place. That is not justice. Charging me for something I never should have been charged with in the first place, that's not justice. Dismissing something that should have never happened is just your way of putting a Band-Aid on the fix. Well, it's not fixing it. It's not. I don't have a license. I gave it back to the courthouse and watched me drive out of this parking lot and call the cops too, because I guarantee they're not going to arrest me. They pulled me over last week, tried to give me a ticket for speeding, and guess what? After I told her she had no right to do that, I didn't get no ticket, now did I?
Thank you so much.
For what? This ain't justice. This ain't justice. What's the U.S. Constitution if it's not justice? How can you all just sit there and allow this to happen? This ain't justice. Yeah, this ain't justice. The only power the courthouse has is over the people who govern it. It's given by the people that are governed. And if you refuse to be governed by their horrendous bullshit, I didn't have to. No, you can't sue the Department of Transportation. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Obviously, you people think I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about. And why the hell wouldn't she look at that law? 17a.19. It's an Iowa code law. I did a lot of research. I went to the legal aid department about it. They're the ones who told me I could request the relief. Obviously, if I couldn't request it, why would they tell me I could? I mean, why would they tell me I could? Fuck yeah, I did. Hey, Justice. Hour and 7 minutes.